my distinguished colleagues and the dais and very distinguished friends and the young people. Academia research industry is inevitable for the trajectory of India. Look at competence, look at the competitiveness or the capacity to deliver what the country needs. We cannot do without academia research industry. Why we should have confidence in academia research industry? None of the strategic programs which the country is proud of in atomic energy, space or defense would have been possible without intense academic research industry collaborations. I wish to give an example. Fast breeder reactors, which are considered a holy grail of technology. It is recorded in the US Congress before the 123 deal that USA would gain by collaborating with India because India is ahead of USA in this technology. And I can tell with great confidence that 200 academic experts, 200 industries and many research centers participated. Dr. Saraswat talked about the defense program, and if you look at space program, all of us would vouch that without the best of the academics, research and industry, this would not have been possible. The next question comes that if this synergy is so established, why it is not happening for many other problems which are as pressing as strategic sector, be it health, be it agriculture, be it the education even, because which is the fountainhead for all the things which we are talking about. What stops us? One differentiating factor between those programs was government empowered mechanism played a very key role. We could go to the industry and say to them that this is what I want to do with you, and I didn't have to go through any mechanism as to how I interact with that industry. The job was to create that component or a system with the help of the industry. When you go to the other sectors, we don't have those mechanisms in place. And the government has to play a role along with the commitment of the industry, the mind of the industry and them. And the people who have participated in strategic sector, Dr. Saraswat mentioned, they have stayed with these departments, not for profit, for the provide, for the pride, for achieving for the country something which the country needed. So I am very confident that given the mechanism, it is possible to achieve that. Dr. Saraswat also mentioned that learning from strategic experience, yesterday he had mentioned that is it possible without disturbing the autonomy of the other departments, without disturbing the autonomy of educational institutes, without the freedom and the corporate culture of the industries, can we bring many other things under a mission program in an empowered way? So he proposed yesterday a foundation, Science, Technology, Innovation Foundation, in which all the priorities of the country can be delivered in an integrated way, and definitely then academia, research and industry becomes a possibility. I'd tell you two experiences where with that mindset, when we proceeded, we became successful. Looking at the numbers, India talent index doesn't make us proud. Whereas our challenges and what we have to achieve are daunting and very inspiring at the same time. Now, if you combine the academia, research and industry, that is one way not only to build the talent, but have the right kind of a talent to be able to produce the impact. Otherwise, each one of us in academia, research and industry would be short of talent. And ultimately, talent defines what we are able to achieve. Recently, I had a possibility to chair the trajectory of steel from 90 million tons to 300 million tons, which we have to achieve in 10 years. Steel industry has done very well, both in the private sector and the public, but 90 million ton to 300 million ton in a short time is a very difficult job. the problems of sustainability, environment, raw materials deteriorating, products which are being asked today, the equipment which would deliver that, all that has changed very significantly. So we proposed a mission, Steel Research Technology Mission of India, where the government would put 100 crores and the industries, private and public both, would put 100 crores to start with. 200 crores should grow to 2000 crores. And then academia, research and industry would be involved on a large program which would address raw materials, efficiency, sustainability, product development and all that. This has been accepted by the government and then we should be able to move. The other possibility which I see is that when you look at the sustainability development goals, to me it is going to be much more difficult as compared to even strategic achievements. I think in all our 70 years of journey after independence, and many countries have not been able to satisfy health, food, habitat, the opportunities, equity and sustainability development goals talks about those things. It would require a huge synergy and a right kind of people with beautiful minds to be able to address that. And this would require a tremendous communication and the government support to be able to do that. And I think sustainability development goal should become a sort of a combined effort with a commitment from the academia, research industry with a strong umbrella empowered mechanisms through the government. And I am very happy Dr. Saraswat, who is at the apex level today in those decision making, can enable us to do all that. Last point with which I would like to end is that the digital platforms provide us great opportunities in that. And digital platforms can be developed with the academia, can be developed with the research, can be validated with industry. I want to take an example of manufacturing, where University of Cambridge started this work. They have become the leaders in the digital manufacturing, though Industry 4.0 is predominant country which is taking a lead is Germany. But if you look at the digital manufacturing platforms, University of Cambridge is a leader. You can make the platforms which can be tailored at the crafts level, which would create a lot of employment, enhance the value and the quality of life, which can be do for the most of the critical components, can be done almost for all the consumer things. I believe the academia, research industry coming up with the digital platforms where government can play a large role in the specific sectors, and there is no area which would be left untouched with the digital manufacturing platform, digital manufacturing technology, and the actual hardware of 3D manufacturing, 3D printing and all that is making it possible. Before I leave the dais, I'd say it is not that in the academic you don't have the people who don't have a track record of delivery. You look at Institute of Chemical Technology, we all know Professor M.M. Sharma, Professor J.B. Joshi. Even today you go to ICT, Mumbai. It is academically in chemical technology the best institute in the country. Its interface with the industry and creating wealth with small, medium and large industry is tremendous. You talk to any professor or any PhD student in that ICT, they are doing something similar. I had the opportunity to go to Neighbourhood University, specifically I plan to spend 3 months there. It's a similar environment where no PhD, no undergraduate or graduate is left untouched by the things, and at the same time they rank very high academically. So I think it is in the mind of the people that if I do academic work, how I can do industry. If I do industry related work, I can't be a very strong academician. My citation would suffer, my this H index would suffer nothing. I think there are many, Professor M.L. Munjal, who is well-known researcher in the industrial acoustics and all that. I can reload name after names. I think the people who have made very good as academics, as a teacher, as a researcher and as industry is possible. So to me the problem is we have successful models within the country, we have to scale up and we have to find the mechanisms, empower those mechanisms. And to me, without academia, research industry, there is no talent. There is a lack of talent, let me say no. I take out the word no, there is a lack of talent, there is a lack of pace, and there is a lack of the quality of the product which will turn out. So I believe that we have tremendous opportunity at this juncture, When we are growing at a fast rate, we have a market, we have the young people. If we don't do, the other people would take the opportunity and we'd be left watching, and which we definitely don't want to do in this country. Thank you very much for the opportunity.